Who knew you'd come into my life with nothing to lose? Then you took me by surprise and left me confused. You said, don't you worry, it's not you, it's just me, my love. So don't waste it on me, you'll find somebody who's enough.
I promise it's not just a Neovite concert, I was just getting water. Hello everyone, welcome back to the age of the internet, where my router is actually working properly, and isn't dying. It's great, isn't it? Okay, so I mixed up Spotify and my microphone and the audio mixer there for a second. I was like, I'm not talking. Why is there audio? Because it's Spotify, not my mic. They're very clearly labeled too, so I don't know exactly how I did that. Didn't oversleep this time. What up, Supreme? I did not almost oversleep, however, I did almost spend way too much time at work today. We have a conference paper due on Friday, and it was like, it's like a 35-minute drive from the office to the house that fiance and I have, that we're renting, and it got to a point where it was like 6:15, I still had to walk to my car, which is like 5 or 10 minutes away, depending on traffic and if people let me cross the street. And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be late. But I wasn't. I'm here. And OBS sucks. Come on, OBS. There it is. Hello, everyone. Oh, moderators are eligible for top chat? That's new. That didn't happen 2 weeks ago. Pixel art in your second instance of Google. I love doing things in separate instances of programs. It's great. Leave me alone, Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne The Rock. The one, the only. No, oh. I love drawing the goober in my PFP, you know? Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes all you need in life is to love drawing the goober. The goober is love, the goober is life. I am going to place the Blueprint Designer Mark 6 over here. Simply because I need it. And then we're going to place power all around it, because we need that too. Okay, so, if we remember what is going on, and by that I do in fact mean if I remember what is going on, which I will tell you right this second, I do not remember what's going on. Oh, Opera GX! No, OBS, quit. Quit. Quit doing that. Okay. Alright. 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 Okay, so if we remember, it's so Ningbover. It's over for us, Chief. Triple cat? Triple cat? Triple cat? Oh, baby, a triple. Love cats. I am highly allergic, though. Figured that out at Christmas this year. Highly allergic to cats. But my fiance's best friend, and so by extension, my best friend, has a cat. So I just take allergy meds when I go to her house. 'Cause, yeah, no, I too. Bad allergies. But cats are man's second best friend. Sometimes I wake up, I am buried in loaf. It's the best, genuinely. Okay, so, if we remember what is going on, we have 1,680 iron per minute. We've got lots of trains bringing lots of items, lots of places. But we are going to have 56 smelters, 3 sets of 16, one of which, this one, is actually going to be a set of 24 instead of just 16. Steel is going to be our old blueprint, so we're going to do that later. That's 960 per minute. Copper is 2880 per minute, which we have splitting very nicely right there. That is going to be 96 smelters, 6 sets of 16 each. 2.5 sets of 16 are going to go down to the copper powder. And then the rest will be on on the rest of the belts that don't go to the powder. Caterium, we need 1920 per minute. Technically, it's 960 caterium ingots, but yeah, 1920 of the ore coming in. And 1920 water coming in. Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of water shenanigans, because that's like 2,500. No, that's 3,000 water per minute, right there. Is it? How much water is that? I don't remember. I think each one is 15. Yeah, each one is 15K. So that's 15 or 1,500. So that's 1,500, which means that this is 3,000. Yeah, this is 3,000. But we need 450 water here and 1,300 water here. So that's 1,500 water, which is pretty much all going to go to that. But then we need to have some of this go to here and here. There's going to be a bunch of shenanigans with all of that. But yeah, quartz crystals, silica, limestone, concrete. Yeah, there's all the limestone. So, okay, first order of business, I think, should probably be our smelting arrays. So we need sets of 16, and then we also need an additional set of 8 for on top of that. So let's just get rid of you. There's no way that you're important. 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 And there's no way that you're... Alright. Alright. One same design, name design, American short hair. You see, it's the short hair that gets me. Long hair cats? Long hair cats don't get me because they're hypoallergenic. And I think because of how small smelters are, we can probably get this to be perfect splitting. We do have to keep in mind that we would like to stay within a 5x5 blueprint grid, though, so maybe I get rid of the Blueprint Designer Mark III. And instead, we do a Blueprint Designer Mark II, because that is a 5x5. Nah, if it hangs over a little bit, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Alright, so let's get back into it. For the smelters, we can have them pretty close right up on one another. Although we are going to want to gauge it with the splitters. About halfway is fine. If we do that one there and that one there, then we can have both of these here. And then one space, the next one, opposite side, and the next one, which puts our next set of smelters. Do we have it on the inside or the outside? We have it on an inside bias. Like that. And then these will end up having vertical mergers on them. So, do we mess with belt speeds at all? Honestly, I think we just go with conveyor belt Mark III, because we know that these are just going to be 30 per minute each. I don't think they will ever need to do anything else with a blueprint like this, because there's only 4 things that can be made in here. And even this one's like only 60 per minute. This one's 45 per minute, so I think having conveyor belt Mark IIIs is fine. Worst case scenario, 60 times 4 is 240, which, again, Mark III is fine for. We'll have this one be the tall one, this one be the not tall one. And then we'll have the splitter for that here, which means the splitter for this one will go here, and that will be the majority input. So then Mark III, Mark III, Mark III, Mark III, and then here we will do a Mark IV, and then that next one will also be a Mark IV. But I would like to grab the power pole next. And we'll do one on each side, because that'll help with flipping. Great. Now we will save this. Temp smelt. Because now we can build up and do it again. Do you call him son? If you're not, you are not. You were cat owning wrong. My fiance's friend does, in fact, call the cat her son. Adorable. Genuinely. Actually, I think I would like it better if this was centered. I think that'll look classier. IMO. Alright, now let's get that blueprint out. What? Where the hell did it save to? Did I not actually save it? What the hell? Smelt? What? Undefined, undefined, but... What? Temp smelt... What the hell? Where is it? Answer me, game. Where's the blueprint? What? Alright, whatever. It doesn't matter. We do not care. Alright. Just make sure that everything is, in fact, placed correctly. Good. And now we will get a lift Mark IV and then a belt Mark IV. And we will also grab a power node to here. To there, or do we want to... I mean, I could just bring it through the floor. Yeah. cares? Who cares? It doesn't constantly update the crown status per user. It just says the status they were when they sent the message. Yeah, that's the one part that I'm not a huge fan of with the whole, you know, top fan thing. Also, how the hell did Nick get first place? What? When a message is deleted, it properly removes the crown, but the number just keeps kind of floating there? What the hell? I mean, on my side, I can still see, like, message retracted, and then the crown. Might have hyped myself to think that Ningbo was going to be a long-term character. I mean, after last time, definitely wasn't going to happen. What up, Roxy? How you doing? Okay, so that's good, that's good. Outputs. We need the outputs now. Let's do conveyor lift Mark 3. Let's actually measure again. It was 2 of these, then 2 of those, and then zoop. Also, I do believe that I will save this as temp smelt 2. The next order of business is... Did these line up properly? They did, alright. Oh, well this didn't, but that's fine. That's an easy. That's just, we just do this. Alright. 480. I'm overbuilding, that's right. I'm doubling this guy. Okay. Perfect merging? Question mark? Perfect merging? Perfect merging can happen. Can has perfect merging. Methinks... Methinks perfect merging. Occurs. Because if I take this all the way up like that, and then take this all the way up like that. Oh gosh, that's tight. Evidently she fits though. Evidently. They didn't explicitly say that he died. His skull just exploded and his eye flew out. Oh, he got the Glenn treatment. If anybody's mad about spoilers on that, you can leave. It's been... How long has it been since Glenn died in The Walking Dead? Oh yeah, we can definitely perfect merge this. That's super easy because... These two merge, and then these two merge, and then these two merge, and then these two merge. And nice and simple and easy. Fan-fucking-tastic. Been a while, what'd I miss? Mostly Nick being upset that Ningbo died. Or at the very least that he got the Glenn treatment. And Supreme sent more cats. You're the fucking cat with the... Oh my gosh. If you're not in the Discord, get in there right now and go to Funny Anything. The cat with the gamer headset is the perfect cat. Oh, she's in the silly zone. Okay. I don't think I have ever seen a cat in the silliest zone like that. She is ready to play. She's ready. She's just ready. She is literally just ready to play. All things considered. What the fuck happened to the stream UI? Yeah, that's a new thing. You now there's now top chatters. You could be the top chatter in my chat, Roxy. What an honor. And this one was already finished. Leaves that one. Alright, now the question becomes, how do make look good? And I think answer to how do make look good is quite simple. Oh, come on. Aw, really? You could do me like this game? Alright, well, we will add that to the final design later. Alright, let us continue. With all of this wonderfulness. Okay. Now we need one of these facing this way. One of these facing this way. Conveyor belt Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 3. These should also be Mark 3s. And then, last but not least, should be Mark 4 in the center. And then this can output wherever the hell it wants to. Alright. So now this one is going to get a proper name and a proper thing. So this is going to be 16 Smelter. Perfect. Set the directory to this. And then select the icon as a smelter, and select the background as the Benji Blue. Save blueprint. So now, there it is. Perfect 16 smelters. Now what we will do is we will clear the blueprint designer. We will load temp smelt as our bottom tier. We will get rid of this and the conveyor belt that went with it. And we will vertical 2 of these, 2 of those, and zoop, zoop. Oh, I zooped stupidly. Apollo sneeze. Then we will take these. Now we will get temp smelt 2. Where'd it go? It was just there. Temp smelt 2. Face it the correct direction. Make sure that we line everything up properly. Smack it down. Whoa, whoa. Told you her voice is so goofy. It is, dude. She's also in the silly zone. The silliest of all zones is where she is. They had it ranked to YouTube, like TV chat. It's great, dude. You can compete to be my favorite and earn the top chat spot. Earn the right to be called Benji's favorite chatter. I didn't actually add the supports to the final version after I did the temp smelt too. That's okay. It's fine. We are okie dokie with that. Alright. This is going to be a lot of the same. Except this time, I'm just gonna go straight in with the Mark IVs. And then we'll even do a Mark V here, just on the off chance that it is... Now, for these, they can still be a Mark III. No issues whatsoever. Same thing on this side. And then, of course, same thing on this part. Now, vertical mergers on all of the smelters. And then the last thing that we'll have to do is hook up the power. Because the top two layers are the temp smelt 2, which means they're already connected to one another. This one and that one are already connected. But these two, not. And that maintains perfect splitting and perfect merging. 3 tiers tall is 24, which is what we need. And now I can go back into the architecture, grab the small frame pillar, and pray. And have my prayers answered. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I will reclaim number 1 by the end of stream. No, you won't. 24 smelters. Perfect. Every other cat in the house has a mostly normal meow. I doubt that. Forgive me, but I doubt it. I don't think any cat has a normal meow, like, genuinely. Who is your favorite chatter? You'll find out. Whoever's number 1 at the end of the stream is the favorite chatter. Side note, but it's a running house joke that the cat is autistic. The cat's acoustic. Let's go. He doesn't even get a chance to ever get one over on Paco. Chapter starts with Paco essentially just taunting him with funny meta joke and then shoving his exploding fingers into Ningbo's mouth. That's not even what kills him. That would have been a high note. Oh, poor guy. The little guy called the Mate Kudasai? Mate Kudasai? It's the wait? It's the please wait? His stand is the please wait? They don't necessarily need to be one-to-one. Don't ask stupid questions, it's me. If you've noticed, she has mismatched mittens. The acousticism, the acoustics continue. Alright, so 24 smelters perfect is great. 16 smelters perfect, I need to change. So let's clear the blueprint designer. Load this. And then we will save it with the proper architecture. The cat is acoustic. Mine's hungry 24/7, spoiled like a rich kid. Look, man, if your cat's not fat, you're abusing the kitten. Cats had their time to be the apex predator. Now they're supposed to just be fat house pets. Machining advanced, 16 perfect, save, overwrite. Blueprints, machining, 16 perfect. We are good. Alright, let us clear the blueprint designer. Go put some of these blueprints down. And then do some routing. That way there's a little bit of a break between the, you know, placing shit portion and the designing shit portion. So, over here, we've got the boy that has all of the 24 iron ore. So let's go on ahead and let's grab the 24 smelter perfect stack. Center it that direction, center it this direction, and boom. And then for both of these, we can just grab our 16 perfect. We can center it here, and center it there. And now this time, we can just measure it based off the green line. Perfect! Now we actually have to set the recipes. The drawback, he can't activate the stand by himself. Someone has to say, I want something something for it to make it. It's a very unsubtle manifestation of Usagi as a character. Okay, I can kind of see the point. Oh, what the hell? How's it? Oh. I was like, how did it know? How did it know that I wanted them to all be iron? That's crazy. It didn't. That's just the one that I accidentally set a recipe for. Supreme is a mod, doesn't count. Supreme was the original viewer, that is why he is a mod. And Hoodie is a mod because Hoodie was helpful with Hollow Knight and beating... Was it Nightmare King Grim or was it just Grim? I feel like it was Nightmare King Grim, but it also could have just been Grim. And Supreme accidentally timed him out once. And mods can't time out other mods. So that solved that problem really quickly. There was a time that I was looking for a third moderator, but That time has since passed. Just because of the state of the channel and where we're going with everything here. Wet food. He is spoiled. My mouse buttons aren't working. Oh, it's because the inventory. There we go. Inventory bug. Alright, good. Everybody's getting iron. Hungry, hungry hippos. Love it. Now the key... is to get both of these guys ready to rock and roll. And then we can bring over their belts under the underside. Perfect. Cat is Norwegian. Homie's gotta be living like royalty. Living like Larry. Oh my gosh, I thought something was shooting at me. It sounded like a snake. Genuinely freaked me the hell out. Genuinely freaked me the hell out. Aw, I placed this one wrong. Gosh darn it. That's so much effort to fix. Okie dokie. That's iron done. Now for steel. And for steel, we are using our old steel blueprint because I love this thing. This thing is amazing. One of the favorite things that I've ever designed in this world, and also just kind of in general too. Gonna have to do a lot of belt shenanigans to make this one work, though. It's a King Crimson song. They're still on that whole rock thing. Uh-huh. Also, yeah, Nico, nah, it's Nick. The algorithm doesn't lie. The #1 chatter's the favorite. That's just what it is. Okay, city updates. Abyss-related character or Theos enemies. And 3 will cover whichever the other one isn't. Very desperate state tries attacking Usagi for the gun he's holding and keeps, give me the fucking gun. And he's like, so you're telling me to give you a gun? I can make that happen. It's like when you say, make me a sandwich to a witch, and she literally just makes you a sandwich. By, like, turning you into a sandwich. And you're all like, oh, but that's not what I meant. And she's all like, oh, I didn't ask. Who? Asked. Okay. So, these have definitely got to be Mark III. As does that one. This blueprint was made very cautiously in the early game to be perfectly ratioed for no modifications, which was stupid on my part. Things are supposed to be very modular. And this was definitely a one-off, and I've used it. I keep making excuses to use it because I feel like I only used it the once with the steel, and that's like it. And that's stupid to me. I don't like it. You're a Mark 3. How are you a Mark 3? I feel like you shouldn't be a Mark 3. Okay, I gotta remember where the hell all these belts are going. Honestly, I think a Mark III is probably gonna be fine for all of these, like, input routes. And Mark 1 will be fine for those input routes. So Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 3. Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 3. And I already did all the rest of those as Mark 3. And then they don't actually come down yet. So for that, we'll do a Mark 4. I don't know, why the hell not? Try to stop me. Gosh darn it. Just you try to stop me, see what happens. Alright. And these have power. Yeah, there's the power nubbin. Okay. So now the coal belt, Mark 5 coal belt, will come in here. And then that will Mark 4 up to that. And we'll Mark 4 up to this. And 24 times 60... Oh, nope, not 60, 30 is 720. So we'll just do the same exact thing with the iron. We will conveyor belt Mark 4 all the way up. Conveyor belt Mark 4 right there and right there. And then conveyor belt Mark 5 back over to here, where this is going to bring it down all the way to the bottom. Which I guess I could have just added this, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be doing that a little different each time. Great. Now, that is steel checked off the list. And now we've got... my numbers are weird. Okay. Then we've got the same thing going on over here. So this one, and this one, and for right now, we're just gonna have them merge right there. Mark 5 because I can't be bothered. And then the other one will be Mark 6, because it's gonna have to be. No, bad. Bring you there instead. You the whole way down. Run you over. Come up here, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and put it there. Boom. What up, Dio? Hoodie got mod because he needed protection from me. I mean, on accident. But, like... yeah. The Mate Kudasai turns into a gun, and before Ningpo can process that Usage is still holding the original gun, he tries shooting Paco, but it backfires, exploding his head again. Dude, this guy's just getting all kinds of BM'd. Poor friend. Poor Ningbo. What a Dude. Genuinely so unfortunate. From personal experience? Which one? The Lost Nick moderation era? Needed protection from Supreme, speaking from experience, I'm guessing? I don't know. I got really behind, my bad. The sandwich story. Not exactly. I mean, basically, but, like, not exactly. And that's all I'll say on the matter. Roxy wah moment. I didn't know we were in the 40k, the Warhammer 40k universe with the wah. Missing materials. Oh my gosh, how much steel beams does this take? I didn't think jet fuel could melt them, but apparently my blueprints can. Is it all the conveyor belt Mark 6s? I guess it kind of has to be, right? Alright, yeah, this is going to be annoying to do every time, but I can't be bothered to go change the blueprint now. We're too deep. We're too deep into it. Update on the shoreline. Has a new layout and core idea. Its main idea being an infected coral in the shallow water, becoming a big superorganism and parasiting the entire sector. Alright. Off to a great start here. Nope, nope, that is one tick too far. A second blueprint is in the steel dispensary. Coral has rapidly grown and overtaken anything water related in the area. So pipes, sewers, sinks, bathrooms, etc. Which I learned is not ECT. Oh, ECT? I think I've always known that it's etc. Like ETC, not ECT, just because scientific writing's a bitch. Oh boy, I can't wait to spend like 10 hours tomorrow writing a conference paper. Because the fucking thing isn't done yet. Alright, iron's done, steel's done. 2.5 sets of the 16 go to the copper powder. So, we're gonna merge this guy. We're gonna merge this guy. That, like that, like that. And we're gonna split this one. Merge it over here. So he's gonna go this way, he's gonna go this way, he's gonna go this way, and he's gonna go this way. And this one... actually... these two will merge. Because we have too much copper. It can't all fit on one belt. And so we're not going to make it fit on one belt. Won't. But it can do that. And I think I'll just go on ahead and bring this around. I'll have it hug a little more, though. Until it gets over here. And then I'll just have it go... And I'll have it hug here. And it'll just keep on hugging. And we'll go to, I guess here. And then continue to here, and then it's actually really short. Yeah, but that's like the break. Yeah, I'll have it continue to there, and then continue down to like the midpoint here, and then continue, all the way down to the end. It looks like it'll fit. And copper powder! How much do I need? 4 constructors. That is literally it. This area that I set up for this is way overkill. Because quite seriously, that is all. 300 copper per minute each. 300 times 4 is 1200. 1200 divided by 2.5 is 480. Bingo. Divided by 480 is... Well, if I could actually type, is 2.5. So we're good. We're good. Coral has also formed symbiotic relationship with the local infected, like birds nesting in surfacing coral, flying over, dropping flesh into the water, or basics vomiting into the pipe systems. Oh, so it's like a college town. Basics vomiting into the you know, sewers. That, unfortunately, is pretty common around these parts. Oh, boy. Don't do drugs, kids. Like, actually, though, don't. It's not worth it. Just don't. Just don't. It's really not. Now stop talking about the Shredderlands and find a new thing to talk about. Probably Doctor Who. Who knows? Never will I talk about the game you're playing. That's off the table completely. I wouldn't even talk about Deltarune if you played it. I know how that game's coded. Oh, no. That's okay. There's a whole slew of people that, you know, sit here and enjoy my content who have no idea what the fuck is going on the screen. And genuinely, I think that's beautiful. Genuinely think that that is a beautiful thing. And we can all come together and just shoot the shit. And nobody knows what the fuck I'm rambling about except me. It's just like work. It's just like work. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I have to redesign this now. What are the in-between belts? They're Mark 5? Alright. Great. Oh, fuck off. There we go. And if I redesign one, I've got to make it symmetrical. Because how can I not? Okay, so that one splits and does that, this one splits and does that, and they both split and do that, and that's great, and then this here, you, there, you, there, you, there. Problem solved. Phenomenal. Now, this one's gonna be a little janky, so that's alright. Boop. Oh no. Oh no. No, you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me, game. You know what? We'll do it like this. This is great. This is just as awful. This is just as bad. In terms of visuals, the coral has peaks out of the water all throughout the shore, making the area feel like the coral has caged it in. As for color, the color palette is, yes, very saturated, every color under the sun. It's an abrasive area that feels like everything all at once and much too much of it. Overstimulation is a very prime theme of the area. Oh boy, can't wait for that. That's gonna be great. Let me go further, like adding lily pads, kelp connected to balloon-like structures floating out in the water. Oh, you mean like, I don't think you can actually see any, but there's a whole bunch of like balloon structures in this world. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Apparently a great movie. Never saw it. Never saw it. I just take people's word for it. Have we seen Everything Sunny or Always Sunny in Philadelphia? No. But it's, oh gosh, Danny DeVito, right? A trash man. Come out and I throw garbage everywhere and I start eating it. Right? I always figured it would be funny. But we never really had the interest. You know? If Fix-It doesn't waste, do you think they'll get mad if I throw car batteries, nuclear waste into the ocean? No, that's how you recharge the electric eels with car battery. You're just doing your civic duty. Right? That's what I've been told. Don't know if it's true, though. Nuclear waste? I might. I still struggle to know exactly what's happening. When you're building on scales like this, it's hard to wrap your head around unless you've built on scales like this. You know what I mean? I'm only good at building at scale in this manner because of the fact that I have had over 1,000 hours of practice. There are YouTubers that build on a much bigger scale than even I build, and I frankly, I do not know how they do it. Well, first of all, they just have more time. If I weren't a PhD student, I would have a lot more time to spend on the game. But alas, I want to make money someday instead of being a content creator full-time. I give not my soul to the machine. And the machine weeps. Response. Okay. Smelting done. Let's go tackle limestone. Concrete. Cement. Ooh, that's concrete, baby! Shitty meme. in, I think, every voice chat I've had with Dio since I was last here, she's been playing Satisfactory. What have I done? I have recruited another to join me in making the factory grow. The factory grows. The factory grows. I'm glad you like the factory, but I'm concerned. There is no need for concern. The factory worker is happy. The factory worker is sublime. The factory must grow. It simply must. It simply shall. There is nothing you can do to stop the factory from progressing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing in the slightest. The factory grows. It is glorious. Anywho, I think that's enough random cult bullshit for me for one day. I'm not building with clean pipelines, am I? Okay. Now we want perfect splitting within this module so that we can then module it out more later. And I think here I will just go on ahead and do Mark V for everything, just because I'm feeling lazy. And refineries have very different input rates. So we do that. A binge with the missus did that a couple of months ago for such a long series. It's pretty much always funny. Comparable to like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Because we really enjoyed binging through Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We had a great time with that show. Alright, and the last thing we need is power. We don't want to block that, so we won't. And that's refinery. For refinery, perfect. Set directory to advanced machining. Set the icon to a refinery. Set the color to Benji Blue. Clear the blueprint designer. And now the fun begins. Concrete time. I have so much copper on me. A little bit of iron, a little bit of coal. That's to be expected. That's fine. Quick thing with the red district. My one main problem so far is it's just kind of red on red on red, which, yeah, it fits the theme, but also really needs some breakup. Problem being, what color can I use? White. White already serves as the Theos Infected main secondary color, so it wouldn't stand out. Black or gray, they don't really stand out when they're a secondary color rather than a primary color. Black and red go pretty well together. Flashes of orange, maybe? Orange and yellow for like a red light district. Orange and yellow can be pretty good additions to that, I would say. When the first time I watched an episode, haven't seen every episode. Oh, they're still making it? Really? The anti-sitcom taken to the limit. No, fuck no, okay. Are a little funnier than Brooklyn Nine-Nine's best ones. And to be clear, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Alright. 5 of the worst people ever running a shitty bar in Philadelphia. Sounds like a good fucking time. Sounds like a good fucking time. One remaining option I see. Give the area the downtown color palette in conjunction with all the red. And then the broken glowing signs, graffiti, and the vibrant ruins contrasting the red. That could work. I could see that working. I could see that working for sure. Also, welcome in, Rob G. Barker. Build things, realize that it was poo, and build it again, repeat. No kidding. No kidding. This is absolutely a game about trial and error. I mean, that is quite literally the best way to describe it. It's just trial and error and trial and error and trial and error. Mostly error, but that's okay. Do we want it centered here? Yeah, it looks like that was the theme that we were going for when I was planning all this out. And where do we want the inputs at? I think there's probably good. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be good. Alright, so we need 14 of these. So that's 4. 8. 12. And we're going to overextend just a hair. But that's alright, because I can just delete a few pieces. Yeah, like that. That's great. Then run the power together. And then the water becomes a problem. Can't wait. Eventually in this game, it seems playing it becomes less about objectives and numbers and more about an art. I mean, once you get to a certain point and you start decorating, it really is all about the art. I still really like that conveyor belt little elevator thing and the pipes coming out of the side and going up to the next floor. The trains, I think the trains are my favorite because you can make beautiful train logistic things happen, or you can make an intersection that looks like it was taken straight out of Baltimore. Like downtown. So it really depends. I swear I play a healthy amount. Me too. Me too. It's fine. I totally didn't, play it on the plane when I was on the way to a conference. Definitely not. Definitely not. Now, did I leave any markers for how much is in each of these pipes? I don't think that I did. And if I did, I don't remember where that would be. I think that the outer 2 pipes are 600 pipes, and the inner one is the other one. I don't know why I had to do that math in not my head, but that's alright. Yeah, just a couple of minutes I've been done to you. We've been here for 20. It's like, I just need to do one more thing. I just need more iron. And then you get more iron and you're like, oh, I just need more copper now. And it won't take that long. I'll just set up another mine. It's okay. I call that getting Factorioed. Because in Factorio, you always seem like there's one more thing to do that'll only take 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden you've spent an hour on that 5-minute project. Okay, so I was right. The inner pipe is 300, the outer 2 pipes are 600 each. Alright. Oh my gosh, look at all the trains. Look at them. Look at my boys. Look at them go. My children, they thrive. They thrive. I need to optimize my copper production. It'll only take 5 more hours. And there's a reason why I only stream like 3 hours a week. I genuinely do not have the time to get wormholed here. Granted, we've done a lot already. I mean, this is pretty substantial for an hour and 18 minutes. Not even, an hour and 17, and like 8 of that was still me getting ready. So like an hour and 10 minutes. Trying to make this elaborate automated sorting system underground took hours and hours. Guess what? It was poo. Yep. That's how it goes. At least it's not like my first world. My first world. This one's really bad. This one's really, really bad. This one's a really bad playthrough. Oh, hey, now's a good time to test it. Does it work? Does the thing work? It's either gonna work, and I'm not gonna get scared, or it's not gonna work until I drop it, and then it's gonna work, and I'm gonna get scared. Or it's just not gonna work. It might just not work. There it is! Welcome to the bag, you're in it now. Welcome to the bag, you're in it now. Thanks for the sub. I don't know why it took so long. It took like 30 seconds between... Oh, I have a text from my fiance. It took like 30 seconds between the email coming through that you subscribed and that happening, which is why I'm like, oh, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? And then it worked. So yeah, welcome to the bag. You're in the bag now. That's what we call the community. You can thank Roxy for that. I love the fact that you can just run over top of the refineries like this and just paste the recipe down. Okay, so we've got 14 of these buggers. And we've got 1,500 water to feed them with in 3 different pipes. And each one takes 100 water. Did I miscalculate the number again? Are you kidding me? Okay, apparently we only need 13 refineries, but I'm not just sticking 1 on the end that's gonna look stupid, so we're doing it this way. We're doing it with 14, and it's gonna be fine. We're using all of this water for it anyway, so it really does not matter in the slightest. Okay, so... because of the fact that we're doing, you know, all of the 1,500 water... 600 will feed these fine refineries. Do I even have to... I shouldn't have gotten rid of all those, huh? Aww. Shoot. I could do 5 for 500, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 500. Eh, but then that leaves 300. Alright, never mind. We did it. We're fine. We're ripping it. We're great. So we've got 6 for 600, another 6 for another 600, and then 2 for 300. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6. Okay, I'm confusing the ever-living shit out of myself. 14 divided by 13. Nope, other way around. 13 divided by 14. 90 something percent. So we'll do 95%. We'll do 95. Because water fluid mechanics in this game suck. They're terrible. They're really bad. And 600 pipes do not like to be 600 pipes. They have a really bad time being 600 pipes. Apparently I hit copy at some point. Or I just didn't copy it at all the first time? What? Copy. Paste, 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 paste. Paste the settings. Okay, there we go. Alright, now. Let's get these fine folks up a little bit. It's gonna be too far, so we'll just take it down to here. Don't worry, all these power poles are temporary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. Hey, look at that. It's basically perfect. It's like I planned it. I didn't. I'm just winging it. Can you believe I'm gonna have a PhD in like a year and a half? It's crazy. Officially crossed hour 2, now it's time to make a choice. Abyss really a character or new Theos infected enemies? Ooh, new Theos infected enemies sounds like fun. Also, what up, Hoodie? Welcome, 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 welcome. Endless chamber of interlocking systems. That's the whole plan. That's the whole idea. It's great. I have a lot of stuff to do in the day, believe it or not, so I can't really let myself play this all the time. I know that feeling. Yeah, I know that feeling. Okay. So here we have 2085 divided by 4. Oh, really? Really? You know what? Did I? I have to go check on mine. Because there's a real possibility that I made this way easier on myself than my numbers are reflecting. Theos infected, specifically constructs, have one theme which sets them apart. They're not shambling, they're actually living. Oh, they're alive? New episodes of Sunny are releasing every Wednesday. Wouldn't have expected it to be continuing, genuinely. That is a shocking revelation for me. Okay, 1080. 2160. Alright, so I did make it easier on myself. I did make it easier on myself than my numbers are reflecting. So 2160 divided by 4 is 540, which is fine because we need 525 for the silica, and we need a further 1560 for the concrete. But that's fine because 540 times 3, if I could type fast enough anyway, times 3 is 1620. 1620 divided by 4 is 405. Divided by 4, that's not the number I wanted to divide it by. Divided by 14 is 115 each. Ugh. Gross numbers. This is why the end game sucks. It's also why limestone and quartz suck, because prime numbers. Everything with quartz is prime numbers, and it makes me sick. Alright, 115 each. Each one, yup, okay, wow, that's real close. That's real close, alright. Alright. Okay. Alright. What if we do 14 divided by 3? That's gonna be stupid. Of course it's gonna be stupid. Why wouldn't it be stupid? Well, you know... How much is each one again? 2160 divided by 4, 540. Goodness. Goodness. So we've got 4, 8, 12. Well, you know what we could do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do something heinous. We're gonna commit a crime. We're gonna take this beautiful, perfect splitting that I did. We're gonna smart splitter. Center output priority. Left output overflow. One of the belts will go into this. Another one will go into this. And a final one will go into this. Then, all of those will merge in here. And then this one will wrap around into the last one as like an overflow. I figured that wasn't gonna reach. That's okay. We can just do that. We'll just take that to... What? What do you mean conveyor belt is too long? I swear, the fact that it's, like, not actually straight... It might be because I'm clicking it too fast. It might be being impatient. Nope, it's just straight up stupid. Is it this one that's stupid? Is it this one that's stupid? I can't tell. But something's being stupid. I am not having a good time with it. Is it you that's stupid? It's you that's stupid. Why are you stupid? I just want you to be smart. It shouldn't be that much to ask. How the hell did... Oh, no, that was right. Okay. Now that one can go to there. That one can go to there. That one can go to here. And the last one can just go to the quartz. So you can see how the overflow is working by going to the refineries first, and then fully overflowing and doing that. Prime. Oh, very commonplace for them to dodge or parry attacks, immediately attempt to capitalize. Approach them like any other brain-dead infected will lose you your jugular. Let's go! Constructs are not infected. They're creatures created from scratch using infected biomass. Basically, life created by an entity playing God. Another theme being that every Theos infected type has a unique skull structure, with the designs being to convey their personality. One look at their mug and get their shtick. One look at their persona and you get their moxie. You got moxie, kid. I don't think anyone would be upset if the show ended sooner or rather than later. Happens. Does not want to keep making this show with the others. He is completely done, which isn't shocking. The 17th? Holy shit. Commit crime in this stream? No way. With the frizz? No way. Alright, next up is the quartz. So let's grab our refinery perfect. And same thing. We will do that. And then it was there. Yeah, it's alright. Same thing, we can just trim some of the fat. And we can just bring the electric network straight over, which is dope. No, I guess I didn't do the concrete. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't really combine these all onto a belt yet. That's alright, that's pretty easy. I just kind of do this. This one should probably be a Mark 6. The rest can all be a Mark 5, though. Perfect. Yeah, we'll make this one a Mark 6, too, just for peace of mind. Alright, now then. We will figure out the water situation another time. And by another time, I mean probably later. But we do know that it's going to be 450 water per minute. Therefore, that 450 water per minute is going to be totally fine. With one pipe. Gotta remember to actually finish my words. So. Sorry, checking my alignment. Oh, there goes my alignment, boys. That one. Wrong spot. Come on. There we go. Now, these ones go like this. Ain't it just the best? All right. So that's all of that. Obviously, them merging. Maybe it won't cause... Yeah, it's gonna cause an issue with the power pole. It's alright, we'll just put it here instead. And how many quartz crystals does this make us again? This makes us 630 crystals. Is good. And the water will just be water. Where's the quartz at? It's all the way at the bottom. And it's coming up this way. Alright. I think in terms of how the heck we're gonna split this, we've got to figure out how the heck we're doing the silica first. So let's go on ahead and let's figure that out. Can I have a little bit of power for the hover packs? And thank. Blueprint. I already have a nice assembler blueprint, so I'm just gonna use the darn thing. And we want the inputs in line, so we'll just do that. And that. Now, my numbers here say 6 of these at 233, but if I just have cheap silica, 52.5, 375 divided by 8, I need 91.875. 91.875. Or I could do 8 at 175%. And I think that that is suitable. And it helps us not have to have any jinkiness. Now these are conveyor belt Mark II inputs, which is fine. And conveyor belt Mark I outputs, which is not fine. Which means I go on a mad upgrading spree and get everything to Mark III. And get this to Mark IV. Honestly, those should probably also be just for safety. And then here, we get to do our normal Mark I's. Look in the power, upgrade the power poles, and do that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Example is the dog, no name yet. Two-legged raptor-shaped creature. The entire upper skull is a mass of protruding bone spikes, indicating it charges blindly, a la Doom Pinky. Love the Doom Pinky. Shoot him in the tail. Not uncommon for lesser infected to hop on their back and start directing them. That, or they pull corpses off their horns and take a bite before fucking off. Starts with this gag where it implies change for the show, but it gets thrown at the window at the end. It's a very funny gag. They're not bad episodes, just kind of boring. Boring can be bad in its own way. Its own unique way. Didn't really have any that stood out except in the last few episodes too, yeah. Alright, so... this actually is only 315 of the raw quartz going into it. So I think what I'll do is this. We'll have it throughput limited with a Mark IV. Because the Mark VI is going to bring it all in. And then we'll continue with a Mark V up until we get to here. And then we'll have it split off like this. Right. Then, for the limestone, we will have that come in on the other belt. Oh, so close to being able to reach. Why are you doing this to me? Quit it. No wavy belts. It only does it when it turns during straight mode. Alright, and that is limestone for the silica. Which also happens to mean that the silica is done. Which means now we need to tackle the elephant in the room. I don't want to tackle the elephant in the room. I don't want to tackle the elephant in the room yet. I'm gonna stall. I'm gonna stall. Alright, so we need 8 converters. Oh gosh. Well, these are... they're bigger than I wanted them to be. Alright. I just tried to press R to rotate the buildings like I'm in Factorio. I'm not in Factorio. Now then. Ah, too sharp. Alright, well that's fine. So the Caterium will come in from the one side, and the reanimated Sam will come in from this side, because it's already right here. So, like, it may as well. And the Caterium... 480 Caterium, so the belt speed's a little overkill, but that's fine. And now we come back over here, which was the plan all along. We grab our constructor blueprint, facing the opposite direction of the one underneath of it. Here. And then each of these make fixite trigons at this rate. Perfect. And that will make us all of the trigons we could possibly want. So now it's just a matter of merging, and finally merging in such a way that I can do that. Boom, bang, pow. Good to go. Power nubbin is on the inside. Boom. Oh, come on. I'll figure out the proper power routing, actually. Right now, the main thing that I want to solidify, these guys, and I don't mind these popping up through this one. That is a-okie dokie with me. So the SAM becomes reanimated SAM, literally goes right next door to combine with the Caterium, and then comes right back to make the Trigons, and then the Trigons will follow the copper, I guess, somewhere, and do its whole thing. So that leaves just the Caterium, and then the belt routing to start the next part of the project. So yeah, I'm gonna catch up on chat, and then I'm gonna take a small little break to grab a small little snack. So let me catch up real quick. Theos construct have two distinct varieties, the mere normal ones, mostly biological, and the ones that go entirely into weird, divine, abstract horror that could not possibly be mere biology. The Beholder is a very elite kind of angel thing, and are usually seen as guardians or observers for important places. That would make sense for a Beholder. Its main design is a central core, which is a tumbleweed of winding bone obscuring what's underneath, bony limbs emerging from the core and constantly retracting and re-emerging. Some biblical angel inspiration there. Since the scale, they're about the size of a Breath of the Wild guardian. Or very short, very big. Fair enough. That sounds sick, though. I always liked the depictions of, like, the wheels of wings and fire, so tumbleweed of winding bone, I can see the inspiration there, and I can definitely respect it. Characters are very much not entirely conceptualized, and Frank, Danny DeVito, isn't even here yet, but you get the vision. All the characters are much more tame. They're all just normal bad people. Straight man of the group, which is insane. The worst thing Charlie does is lie about having cancer. In Series 13, the worst thing Charlie does is beat up a group of children and presumably murder them. Wow, okay, talk about escalation. Sheesh. But, yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break and go get a quick snack. So I will be back. Aha.
It doesn't have to be this way, but you're making it. Oh, come on, baby, it's okay. We can turn the page over and over. Don't you know what you've you know? Tell me, don't you know?
I returned. I also apparently never muted when I got up, so maybe you heard my microwave beeping. Okay. Okay, didn't miss anything in chat. Hope everybody enjoyed the break. Mayhaps got a snack yourselves. Alright, let's get rid of our pattern. Because that was really good to help with, like, identifying where we were actually going to place things, but I don't want them under the buildings for the rest of it. And now let's go back to this. We want the leftmost refinery here. I forget, actually, if I wanted it 2 clicks further in or 2 clicks further out. Looks like further in. So this is right. Yeah, this is right. It was not right. Now it's right. So there's one side started. And like I said, we want that to be the furthest out, and we want this to be 2 clicks in, which gives us 2 spaces in the middle. Is exactly as I planned it. Now we need 40 of these. So that is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Takes us the whole way down to the last spot that we marked. Beautiful, beautiful refineries. Now the good news is that precisely half of these are going to go off to the Caterium side. Ooh, apparently I've been playing for 2 hours. They're gonna go off to the Caterium side of business. Which means that the other 3 are gonna go off to the other side. So like this here, that there. This can come the entirety of the way down the middle. I placed it 1 tile off, because of course I did. So this gets to just go off to the Caterium. This is the Caterium. This is the Caterium that is going off to other places. You see that? Why is it doing that? I do not understand why it's doing. I put that power pole directly in the line of path that I want to take. I'm so mad. So mad. Alright, so that's the Caterium that will go to the place and do the thing. Perfect. Before things get real, things are already weird. Every time a limb retracts or emerges, a red light is visible in the core from wherever the limb came from. They make very common use of divine blood magic bullshit. Gotcha. But their most defining move is when they start using weapons. When they have one arm reach into their core, pull out a giant spear of bone. Where does it come from? Do they just kind of like stay strapped or get clapped? Touch that the spear is pulled down, the arm reaches its length limit, so another comes out and pulls it the rest of the way out. Okay, so yeah, no, the spear, it's just magic. How do they do it? You don't question it, that's how they do it. Alright, that's all the power. Now comes time for the bullshit. So we've got 3,000 over there. We've got 375 in each pipe. We need 450 for those. And each of these needs 48. Why do we have 3,000 water? Why do we have 3,000 water? If each of these only needs 48... then I only need 6 of these pipes. What? The fuck? You know what? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. I'm not gonna question it, and if it starts to starve for water, we'll fix it. I'm not gonna question past Benji's math. He's smarter than me. Alright, so how do we divide 20 into 3? Six and... Nice. Systems of 6 again? Because if we do... no, I can't. It'll be 6 plus 6 plus... 6 plus 7 plus 7? Yeah, that'll have to be what we do. So we'll do this first one as the system of 6, which takes us to here. Need power. And then now 7. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bogus. And then 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay. Now, here, I'll put one of you over here. Put 2 there. Put 2 there. And then we'll do another one here. It's the wrong placement. You know, I thought pipes had a default build mode. I guess I was wrong in that they only have auto, curve, 2D, etc., etc. Very obvious the spear could not possibly fit. 3 other weapons, each with their own animations for the sword, holds a hand up, followed by another arm reaching into the palm, going inexplicably deep and pulling the sword out. Waluigi #1! The dagger does a finger twirl trick and the dagger just appears. The only hint, you can see a red light coming from behind the wrist. So it does a little bit of sleight of hand there, huh? Kinda sick with it. Seriously, it's the one in between. Sippy drink! Sippy drink goes hard. Alright. Okay, so how the fuck am I gonna figure out how to mirror this? First of all, this one has 2. Second of all, I have no power! Gimme! genuinely aggravates the shit out of me that I didn't put power all over the place. Okay, so that one has 2. Then this one is the break in the system, and so it has 2. One of which curves down. This one. Break in the system. So that one curves down. You know, let's just connect the whole thing and figure out where the breaks in the systems are again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right here is a break. And then if I'm not mistaken, it's just the one extra support. Yeah, the break in the line, one support there, and then there's a support here. Which I guess I put that just because I was afraid of it not having enough support? Why is this one here? Yeah, this one's just in the middle. Now this one goes to here. And then to there. And so this center should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7! Thank goodness. Alright, now they have to come all the way over here. What the hell? See, we can have a support there. That's only 5 away. Then break it in half in the center. Then have a support there. That'll probably be it. Alright. So support here, support here. I don't know, somewhere around there. So this guy here, 2, 5. Here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because these ones will continue onward over to the quartz. These ones I hate pipes. This is why I didn't want to figure this out. I just want ChatGPT to do it for me. Alrighty. And similar to the other ones, it looks terrible. So we're just gonna not have that happen. Okay. Sippy drink! Yay! For the hammer, which is my favorite, it does the hand blood slam and immediately follows it up with a second. Now, with each hand in front of one another, and it pulls from the puddle the hammer. Because of the hand's position, it's already in the necessary posture to immediately overhead the hammer and slam it down on you. The other two big weapon animations show them pulled out vertically. The hammer is pulled out horizontally. Side. That was all just its first phase. This isn't even my final form. Moo-ho-ho-ha-ha-ha. What's the gap there? 4? I can get it to extend 1. Get it in the center here. And that'll look a lot nicer. Once it takes enough damage, the entire shell folds backwards, creepy, warping Doctor Strange style and disappearing behind it. Come on, they're cheating, they're teleporting. Okay. I have an idea here. Just want to make sure that it's actually inputting into the junction instead of into that dummy support. And then same kind of thing here. These have to be here. Aw, you're gonna make me upset. Alright. Oh, I actually have to do the belts. Oh, I thought we were done. I thought we were done and we could do power routing and... Oh, I still have to get them all to the end, too. Fuck. At the very least, I can get rid of this guy. We're done with this guy for a while. Alright, so here's gonna be the bridge that goes to the next facility. And I actually have to do the Caterium. Alright. We're close. We're gonna finish it tonight, but we're close. Or, you know what I meant. If you don't know what I meant, yes you do. I'm gaslighting you. I completely forgot that we actually have to put the gosh darn Caterium in the gosh darn stupid things. Alright, time to go repeat that same thing on the other side. That's not the most pressing detail? Well, if that's not, then what the hell is? Alright. Ethereum is input. Means everything is ready to go. Now it's just a matter of actually getting it all over here. And in order to do that, I'm gonna get myself a little more organized than I have been. I want not a square sign, display sign. So we're gonna have 2 rows. Probably along these. Not the most pressing details. You may notice that the entire thing is a giant eye, and I was dead on with the biblically accurate angel. Let's go! I can sense it from a mile away. Okay, so the bottom belt is going to be iron at 960. Then we're going to have steel also at 960. Then we're going to have two belts of copper. Oh gosh, come on. Come on, Benji. 2 sets of copper. The top one, or one of them, is going to be... $720, and the other one is going to be $960, which is $1680. That math check out? That math checks out. Then iron, steel, copper. Then concrete. At 1040. Then quartz. Crystals at 630. And silica at 735. Concrete, silica, quartz. Goodness gracious. We're also gonna have nitrogen, but the nitrogen's gonna be really, really obvious. Let's start the next one. We've got aluminum at 960. We've got plastic at 480. We've got rubber at 640. Rubber, plastic, aluminum, nitrogen is obvious. Water, we're going to source on site. We decided that. We've got time crystals at 100. And worm the fixite trigons over on this side. Fixite trigons at 360. Time crystal, fixite trigon, caterium ingot, and copper powder. And since we're gonna have 2 copper belts, I think I would rather that be here. So, caterium ingots at 480. And last but not least, copper powder at 200. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wubsy. So iron, steel, copper, concrete, quartz, silica, tall belts. Aluminum. Plastic, rubber, time crystal, fixite trigon, deuterium, copper powder. Okay. Let's go get iron. Just start from the bottom, worm our way through. Or, better yet, copper powder is right here. I want to save that, though. It's gonna have to go all the way up on top. I mean, I guess I technically don't have to save it. I could just rip it and ship it and call it a done deal. That would be fun. Right? Will it reach? Of course not. But if I put it here, will it reach? Yay! Alright. Copper powder! Copper powder! I'm going insane! Now things get even funkier. The giant red glowing pupil constantly divides into smaller pupils, with the limbs coming from these sub-pupils, revealing where the limbs were coming from in phase 1. Creepy, weird, trypophobic. Check. Top of the obviously doing everything much faster and much more aggressively, it has news tricks. Wings, yes, they emerge from the sub-pupils, those being the remains of the phase 1 shell, or it will fly up before slamming down. Big ol' AoE attack. Lovely. Yeah, let's start with iron. Let's start with iron. evolved on the puddle tricks. Now use a projectile to create a puddle behind you, followed by subtly creating one behind itself, and pulls it into the puddle, emerging from the one behind you. Yeah, I could have guessed that. I could have guessed Homie was gonna come out of the portal behind me. Okay. Ooh, also iron ingot needs to be 960 belts, so this actually needs to be a Mark 6. Same thing with our steel. I think our steel can just kind of come through the middle corridor. And honestly, we'll just have it follow the iron. Curve millbode. Curve millbode? What the fuck? Those were words, yep. Man, I'm glad that I made that tier 9 factory and have a absolutely massive stockpile of time crystals and fixite trigons. Because otherwise, this would be a lot more difficult than it is at the moment. Okay, iron, steel. Next up is copper. And honestly, methinks we just add copper all the way back here. One of them's going to be 720. The other is going to be 960. I don't know which one will be which until later. So let's go find out. Go from, it's right there, it's right there. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Ow, I got hit in the back end, I'm dead. Final big move is where it looks straight up, all the bloodshot flowing down to the bottom, forming the red part of an eye, reaches a hand in and pulls the cord. What cord? Like a rip cord? Alright, so I guess the one on top is going to be the Mark 5. Oh, connects the eye to the eye socket. Oh. Oh, gruesome. Wrong layering. This needs to go up twice, and so does this. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 takes us pretty perfectly here. But you know what? Ever so slightly too tall. This is becoming a mess. I think I'm losing motivation to make it look pretty at the moment. So I might call it here as soon as you finish describing this biblically accurate angel. Yeah, it should be a little closer. Pulls it tighter, it becomes like a bowstring, with its eye gaining an ominous red, very bright glare. Oh boy. Either fire straight up, leading to a projectile rain attack. Alright. Puddles forming on the floor and then turning into the bone spikes. Alright. It looks and thus aims at you. Alright. No thanks. Don't look at me like that. This part's easy, so we can do this part, and then I have one thing that we can do that is also easy and does not require all of this routing. This is something that I will save for when I'm sad and need a distraction. Do not need to do this boringness on stream. And then next week, we will pick up with the other half of Thrust 4. Probably not finish it, but yeah. And that's coppering is copper powder, so we still need to get Caterium, concrete, silica, quartz crystal, fixite trigon, time crystal, rubber, plastic, aluminum ingot, nitrogen gas, and eventually water over in that little area. Hip hip hooray. Let's go home for a second, because there is one achievement that I can get very easily that I do not have. Vaporwave dimension. Attempt to track you looking slightly ahead of where you're going before releasing, firing a railgun shot, creating a massive cone of puddle and then a wall of spikes. Getting hit by either a direct hit or the after effect hurts a lot. Yeah, not surprised. Not surprised, not surprising at all. So this is actually technically a hidden achievement, but like, I don't know if I would say that that's fair. Also, do I have any coupons in here? I do. Oh wow, I have 595 coupons? Seriously? And now I had so many coupons. Do I have any more in my chests that I don't really use? anymore? No, I guess not. That's the goal. We're actually the closest I've ever been to the golden nut statue. Management, organization, customizer, foundations, walls, architecture. Aha! Coffee cup. Okay. Coffee.
Official Fix-It coffee cup unlocked. Do not purchase unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups. They have been known to explode and attract wasps. Unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups lower your attractiveness to your preferred gender and/or your sense of well-being if you have no gender attraction or preference.
Dang!
Official Fix-It products can be licensed for your use from official Awesome Shop installations only. Come to the best shop on the planet for the best deals on all official Fix-It supplies, guaranteed.
What if I want a knockoff? Is it guaranteed to make me less attractive to my preferred gender? Achievement. Are you sure that's coffee? Satisfactory is gone woke. It's a good thing you put that /J there. I'm like the joking. I didn't know what that meant for a long time. I was like, /J, why the fuck did they write /J? I don't feel like that makes any sense. What does /J mean? And then somebody was very unhelpful and said, oh, it means jacking off. And I was like, that can't be true. That can't be what that is. No. And then somebody else was like, it's joking. So, yeah. Fix a coffee cup. We are very close, unironically, to what we need, what we want. We're close to all achievements too, but here's another one.
Fix-It sees what you did there. How creative.
I put a
I have
coupon in
also
the
been
coupon.
creative. There is something extra special for you in the Awesome Shop.
You
It is
ready
a
for the
marvel of
worst
technology.
vehicle?
It is truly the shape of the future. I will be sad if you do not use it and love it and tell any friends you make in the future all about it.
The Cyberwagon. Literally the worst vehicle
Cyberwagon
in the
unlocked.
game.
While creating this, I did not cheat with the width, height, or length. I was able to achieve great capability within the same dimensions and same weight as a normal wagon. Part of this is the fundamental design change. I moved the mast to the outside of the truck. You'll love riding around in this thing.
Look at it. Look at it. Also, the devs have no chill. The devs have no chill. And it is quite literally the worst vehicle in the game. It has horrible traction. It's not turning the correct direction. If I hit A, it turns to the right. If I hit D, it also turns to the right. Also, there I am. Look at me go. I'm not pressing any buttons. I'm not pressing any. Okay, I pressed A. Well, shit, how the hell am I supposed to get this thing back up into the factory now? I can't turn left. I have to turn right to turn left, Lightning McQueen. Oh, but if I turn too far, it just straight up doesn't work. Alright, that's enough. That's enough out of you. That's enough out of the peanut gallery. I like the beholder. The beholder sounds absolutely horrifying, which is exactly what they should be. So that was another achievement, was to drive the Cyberwagon, and are you sure that's coffee? There's still a few more. The Golden Nut Phase 5, which we're working on. Max World Height and Tame a Lizard Doggo. I've actually never tamed a lizard doggo. Beyonce has. But I actually have never tamed a lizard doggo. So, tomorrow? You mean next week? Or Discord? Because either is fine, but yeah, I can't stream tomorrow. This was the one time this week that I could spare. Because tomorrow it is back on the grind. My internal deadline conference paper is due tomorrow, so. The Reaver. Reaver sounds fun. Sounds like a good time. Mogus. Look at this beautiful industry. Alright, this is sick. It's obviously not finished yet, but like, holy shit. Look at it. That's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I should stream again in the next 2 hours. Aw, man, busy schedule. Okay. Alright, time to wrap it up. We made lots of really good progress. Lots of really good number crunching, lots of really good logistics, lots of really good designs. Next time, hopefully in between, I will be able to deal with all of the belts and all of the power and, you know, just take care of all of that. I'm certainly gonna try, but we'll kind of see if that ends up playing out. No, that's the wrong one. No, that's also the wrong one. Where's my ending song? There it is. Found it. So hopefully in between I have the time, I can go through and I can do all the boring stuff, and the next time we can focus on more industry, and then focus on Reaver. Reaver will be cool. Hey, Reavers are, put simply, humanoids who are locked the fuck in. I really like them. You'll see why. I can't wait. But yeah, fun. Supreme is the favorite. #1 chatter. We'll have that contest again next week and see if anybody can beat Supreme. Nick got close today, but then dipped out when I went and got a snack, which, totally fair. So, any whoozy, any what's it, I am gonna wrap up, so I will see you all next week. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. But without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, auf Wiedersehen, ciao, and goodbye. Please have yourselves all a fantastic rest of your night. Get some sleep if you need to. Don't forget to stay hydrated. This stream is in the bag. I'll see you on the next one. Also, who is #2? Nick is #2. Supreme is #1. Nick is #2. Roxy, you're actually close. You and Nick have the same amount of XP. And then the new guy, Rob, that was here. He's number 4. They're number 4, I should say. Kitty Cat's number 5. Dio is 6, and Hoodie is 7. I think that's everybody that chatted, so... Yeah, with that, that's my ordering of favorite subscribers. Bye!